he grew up and he knew how schools responded to the active shooter because that's how he was trained, so he trained to go against that. That's why he chained the doors closed, because he knew officers were going to get in right away. He was also under a threat assessment team when he was in high school, but not when he was in college. And I sometimes think, just in my limited research, that if he had not they had not had a threat assessment team constantly monitoring him in high school, the event would have happened in high school instead of college. Colorado has had more tragedies. In this case here, teachers saw this gentleman walking into the building, parked out in the lot, nobody called. He came in. Emily Keys was the only person killed. Her parents have started the I Love You Guys Foundation. If you're looking for reunification ideas, it's a good place to start. And then almost a week later, someone who watched what happened in Platte Canyon, Colorado, did the exact same thing in Pennsylvania. Barricaded himself in. The two lessons that we learned from these two incidents is active shooter situations don't turn into hostage situations. In both Platte Canyon, Colorado, and West Nichols Mine, the shooting had stopped, so the officers on scene were were told to secure a perimeter. Don't let anybody in. We'll bring in a negotiating team. And just because people weren't being shot doesn't mean they weren't being harmed. In both Platte Canyon, Colorado, and West Nichols mines, the girls were being sexually assaulted. So now what we teach in laser or solo tactics is, if you know the bad guy is in the room and you need to breach the door, you breach the door and you go inside. And here's some training we were doing, officers, lasers. This is what we teach them, two-man teams, uniforms worn. These guys aren't in uniform.